thank you for joining with us on another noon devotional. And today I have you back, Dottie. I had Dottie with me Tuesday, and she got out of control.
I did. I'm so sorry.
All right. So today she's going to really stick to the script.
I am.
And not go all over the place.
No.
You know, I was reading my Bible this morning over at Paul's letter to Timothy. At the end of that letter, he said to Timothy, hey, I want you to bring Mark with you. I want you to bring Tychicus. Both have been such a good help to me. Interestingly, he said, bring my coat. It was cold where he was. And then he said, bring my books. He wanted his books. And when I read that, I thought about a book, Dottie, that someone gave, really you, long years ago, and what a blessing that book has been. I'm talking about Oswald Chambers, My Utmost for His House. Share with the people how we ever got onto that book.
Okay, it was in 1968, and I was in the hospital, and so I was in the bed and just thinking, what in the world is happening here? And so in walked Dr. and Miss Moore, and they said, hey, Dottie, listen.
He was your pastor.
He was my pastor. He married us.
Yeah.
He married us. And they said, hey, you know, God's not done with you yet, and you are going to be okay. And I said, oh, thank you so much. Such an encouraging visit. And then they had in their hand this little book by Oswald Chambers called My Utmost for His Highest. And I was not familiar at that time with the book.
Well, I have the book. This is not the same book, but this is another one. And if you don't have Oswald Chambers' My Utmost for His Highest, it is the classic devotion book. Nothing's even second.
Right.
Day in and day out, it will feed your soul.
Yes.
But anyway, they gave you that book, and you started reading that book, and then you told me about it.
That very day in the hospital, I started reading it. And for months, I read it every day. And I have, through those 50-plus years, I have read that book. In fact, I'm on my third one. I have the previous two. I've used them so much that the pages are falling out.
Well, you know, I wanted to share this to say that as we live life a while, and we begin to look back on life and reflect, people in your life as well as our life have done little things at the moment that may not have seemed that significant. But the truth of the matter is, as we look back on our lives, there have been so many people have, in so many ways, just contributed to our life and blessed us. And, you know, as I think about that, I think about, well, we want to do the same for others, and so do you. I encourage you today, just ask God to show you how you might. It doesn't have to be a gift that you give somebody. It could be. It can be a multitude of ways that we can just be blessings to others, encouraging them, help them. And sometimes the little things we do today, it may be 50-plus years later before it dawns on them, but it will be a blessing to them. Well,
and you think it would be...
Oh, excuse me, go ahead.
I'm sorry. I thought you were going to talk about this. Do you think it would be a good thing during the month of November to just take a little tablet and just write down each day?
I'm so glad you interrupted me with that thought. Yes, we're not far from November. And look, the Thanksgiving month is going to be different because of the virus. But here's something you can do, and I hope you'll consider it. Each day in November, write down, get a pad or wherever you wish, and just write down one thing a day. It may be a thing, it may be a person that has been a blessing to you that you are thankful for. And as you think about people that have done that, say a prayer for them.
Yes.
If they're all with the Lord, thank God for them. If they're still living, in fact, now they could drop them a note.
Oh, by all means. If they've gone to be with Jesus, just thank God that they were in your life, and thank God that they are now in the presence of Jesus. But if they're still living, it might be a very encouraging thing if you just wrote a note and saying, you have been a blessing to my life.
Okay, you finished up? All right, she's wound down now. Listen, have a great rest of this Thursday. Have a good weekend. And then look forward to being with you next time.